This is the sixth time that we have the Wood Poets Gathering, and for this year we have decided to prepare a book with the poetry from the previous 5 years. So all of the poets who were in the gathering are here with one poem. It is a bilingual book. Actually, it's a multilingual book because the poems are in the original language and the translation into Croatian or English. So this evening we will present this book, read some poetry from the book, and afterwards, if somebody is not here and wants to have it, the book will be here in this little wood library, and they can take it for free. I was telling him how I would like to call some of my friends and that we go on a picnic or camping or something to the woods and read poetry. Nothing like organized. Just call you or somebody else who writes stuff like that, and then we go on a trip and go to the woods and read poetry with no audience, nothing, just to ourselves in the middle of woods.
Yeah. An 800-year-old tree.
Maybe.
Then we were on a concert because during July there are jazz concerts in Grožnjan every night. And we were there on a concert and he met this Manuela from Grožnjan. She's from city council. And he told her about it. And she liked the idea as well, like everybody who heard about it later did. And she said, why not? It's a great idea. Grožnjan will support you because Grožnjan is open to these kinds of things because it's city of artists. I don't think any other town would just, from the beginning they say yes, yes, whatever you want. But we didn't need that many stuff, maybe even that. We said we don't want nothing, we want nothing, we just want, in the end when we started talking with city council, they always ask us what do we want, what do we need money, do we need something. We didn't need anything, we just said, I don't know, wine, for the people who come. In the book there are poets from everywhere. There are lots of poets, of course, from Croatia, from Slovenia, from Italy, from Bosnia, from Serbia, from Hungary, because these are countries that are very close to us and it's easy to organize, but we are very organized the arrival of the poets. But we are also very happy that we have some poets who arrived from very far away places, like there is one poet from India living in England, she came to here. So there are actually many different voices in the book. So all of these poets come from different backgrounds, and poetry is very diverse. Even though our original idea was to create a gathering where people will read the poetry about woods, about forest, about life and humanity, it's not easy to find many poets who write about this topic, but everything is in a way connected, so we are very satisfied with how the book turned out and the poetry, and I hope this evening as well. Yeah, so there are 24 poets in the book. There are poets from Croatia, for example, Tomica Bajsic.
We have gathered for a pen reading in Grožnjan, the city of artists. We are now in Croatian Pen Center partners of this beautiful poetic manifestations, the Wood Poets, from this year, and I hope that the next year will be more of us. So we have gathered here to pay homage to the origins of the poetry expression that we have seen yesterday with bonfires in the forest, and now we will have some readings in the gallery with some notable and wonderful poets from all over the world and from Croatia also.
Dorta Jagic, me, Snježana Pejović from here, Tibor from Hungary, Hari Bertoja, who is from Italy, James Byrne and Tishani Doshi, Stephen Fowler from England, Bojan from Novi Sad from Serbia, Enesa from Bosnia, Slobodan also from Serbia.
Now we're going to Grožnjan, the artist village in Istria. We're going to see the city, and then we are going to the woods, to the forest, to read poetry under candlelight, and with drinking domestic wine from Istria. It's going to be quite a night, believe me.
Serbia. There is one poet from Ireland, Paul O'Grady, who participated last year, and there is also a poetry by a very dear friend of ours, Neven Ušumović, who is a writer, a prose writer. He works here in the local library, and he always comes to join us and helps us to organize the event. So this book is in a way to say thank you, and a good start for the next 5 years. If we stop organizing this event in this way, like if we stop reading poetry, I hope this place will be remembered at least as a place where poetry was read, even though I hope it will last longer than that. But maybe it will survive as a place together to enjoy fire, to read a book from this little library, and maybe if we are not here to organize the event, maybe somebody else will think about it and organize it. Well, I think that first of all, I'm saying in regards to a local community and Croatian society, people always think that poetry is something reserved, something difficult, something you have to learn by heart in school, something that nobody understands. But in this way, or in poetry readings, poets can try to bring closer the poetry. They can try to explain their ideas. They can influence the mind of the people, or they can also give them an idea to read, to write, to explore new topics, and etc. Najzastrašujući. Priviknuti se na koncerte skakavaca, na tajnovito šuškanje sitnih životinja, tupo ali uporno bubnjanje četnjaka i šiškarica, na marljivo odlamanje kamenja, nemirno i vječno opiranje tvrdih krila insekata, na vječno i beskonačno ponavljanje neprekidne uzvaljanosti mora. Slučajno se i mora i može, ali je nemoguće da sam ja, na cijelome otoku ja, čovjek, najzastrašujući. With this reading in the forest in particular, we wanted to move away from the city center and to create something which is pure, which is just poetry, just nature. And it is very satisfying for us that there are many people coming to the forest every year. So 50, 60, 70 people in this forest, which is far away from the city. That means that people are coming only for poetry. And that is a huge motivation for us. So there are a lot of people who actually want to hear poetry. So why not organize this on and always again?